So I'm here to talk about the Argentine University Reform 1918. It's a movement that it has occurred in the past and has impacted many more universities along with the home country. The neighboring countries have also been reformed and have modernized in many various ways in terms of education, facilities, development, and also their people. So what it is exactly is it's a general modernization of the universities, and it is especially tending towards democratization brought about by the students and the activism during the presidency of a particular government. These are the few pictures what has happened: the university, the flag of the country, and where this has actually started. So what was the aim of this reform that had taken place? Initially, they had started as a protest, as a revolt only, but then later on, what they focused on was the middle and the lower classes. Agreed, it was more about the education, but also about the living status of the people. So, how did it start and how has it changed the future? The reform took place as a revolt against the clergy and the aristocracy who opposed modern ideas in teaching. The arrival of European immigrants challenged the old oligarchic conservatism. This is what it means when the higher class of the society was challenged in their old archaic ways. So this is what brought a major impact, and this is something that changed their mindset a lot. So they were very offended. That is how this reform took a very brutal turn in the history and how it was presented out to everybody else. And how has it changed the future? It has advanced the utility and the resources. There has been introduction of better educational amenities and the overall growth of the education and society. So what were the major demands and the major events that had occurred? Number one, firstly, the university autonomy, the right of the university and to choose its own government, professors, and studies without the intervention of the government or any other organism. And the co-government, the quality of all the parties in the university, students, professors, and graduated students to participate in the election that was happening. These were the major key happenings that turned the movement completely. How has it occurred and what all has happened? First one is 1918, the Cordoba reform. The event started in the Cordoba and spread to the rest of the Argentine university and also the country. Secondly, it was 1920 manifesto of the Argentine University Federation. This is when they actually figured out their own opinions, their own principles, their aims, and what all they're supposed to inculcate in their reform. Thirdly, it's 1921 university reform. It was held in Mexico City with the participation of delegates from Latin America. And lastly, 1924 Popular Revolutionary American Alliance, economic and the social movement. This is something that happened majorly. The movement finally terminated in 1928, but then this is when the movement was actually in force and actually happening. So the workers and protest. Since the university reform, student organizations have maintained a very close link, and they have frequently joined in demonstrations and protests. So this is a event where the workers or the more public life has participated other than the students themselves. Another consequence has been politicizing the student centers for elections inside the universities for which they're actually connected. So how the workers were on street and how the actual public and social life would contribute in this movement. This is how this was showcased here in this slide.